Princess Peach Showtime is releasing later this month on March 22nd, and it's a big moment for Nintendo, who is finally giving Peach the attention she deserves in her very own game. But what really needs to happen for this game to succeed? Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Sunstone, and today I will be sharing 5 things I need to see from Princess Peach Showtime, the next big title from Nintendo, where our favorite princess finally gets to be the star of the show instead of a damsel in distress. But before we get into it, let me tell you about an exciting event in gaming hosted by Wings, who kindly sponsored this portion of today's video. Wings is an organization with the mission of finding talented, diverse teams to help fund their indie games, leading to new voices being heard and more unique ideas coming to life. Wings is hosting a Women's Day sale on Steam starting today and running until March 10th. This event will introduce players to a variety of diverse games, free demos, and discounts, all from teams led by women and other gender marginalized developers. You can also check out the Games with Wings showcase, sharing gameplay trailers, along with some exclusive interviews with the ever-so-talented women behind popular games such as Unpacking, Tiny Glade, Slay the Princess, and The Wandering Village. Celebrate all sorts of great games made by awesome women through March 10th, and be sure to check out the Steam sale via the link in the description. And just maybe you'll discover a new favorite game. Thank you again so much to the Wings team for kindly sponsoring this portion of today's video, and without any further ado, let's get into it. First up, I'm going to talk about the biggest thing that I need to see from Princess Peach Showtime, which is that it does Peach justice. Now, as I previously mentioned, Peach has most often been depicted as the damsel in distress who needs rescuing, but her character has great potential to do so much more. I mean, just look at the other popular characters from the Mario franchise. Luigi often co-stars in games with Mario and has his Luigi's Mansion series. Toad is often playable and now has Treasure Tracker. Yoshi also has a large number of games, including the Modern Woolly and Crafted World entries. Even Wario has a whole series of games, but it's always felt like Nintendo just doesn't know what to do with Peach. Luckily for Peach fans, she has become at least playable more frequently across a variety of games, from Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros. To Super Mario 3D World, Wonder, and more. She was given her own game, Super Princess Peach, a colorful platformer for the DS, but the game has been criticized because Peach used a mechanic called the emotion meter to defeat enemies. Regardless, the game still made history because for once, Peach was the hero and doing the saving rather than just being saved. However, DS games are somewhat limited in scope, and Princess Peach Showtime is a true chance for Peach to star in a game on a very popular Nintendo home console. So as I said, I need her character to be done justice in this entry. While Nintendo isn't known for writing their characters or stories with any incredible depth, I'm hoping they will continue on the track that I believe Illumination Studios set them on with how Peach was portrayed in the Super Mario Bros. Movie. So we'll have to see what the story is like for Princess Peach Showtime and how Peach's character is written when it releases. Next up, on a much lighter note, I'd love to see different options for game modes that would make the game more challenging or more approachable. This would help make the game enjoyable for a wider variety of players, regardless of skill level, age, or previous experience with games. I personally love how many recent releases from Nintendo have offered multiple game modes. For example, the latest Mario vs. Donkey Kong offers a casual mode, which makes the game more accessible with a few tweaks. My favorite is that it removes the level timer, so you can play through puzzles at your own pace. Kirby and the Forgotten Land offers Spring Breeze mode, where you can play more casually, or Wild mode offering a harder difficulty, but extra coins as rewards. Even Super Mario Bros. Wonder offers a variety of playable characters, some entirely resistant to damage, to make the title more approachable. In contrast, Super Mario Bros. Wonder also offers very challenging side levels that are not paramount to the game's completion, but can be taken on by more seasoned platformers for an extra challenge. I think having a good balance in a game, and the ways to play it, is important so that casual players aren't becoming frustrated and unable to progress, while seasoned gamers aren't experiencing boredom with overly easy gameplay. How Princess Peach Showtime achieves this balance will be interesting to see. The next thing I need to see is just the right play length for each stage. From what we've seen of the game so far, Peach will be undergoing various transformations to save a variety of plays at the Sparkle Theater. Each transformation will introduce different objectives and gameplay mechanics, and will likely be considered as its own world, level, or stage. I need these different stages to be long enough that you really get to enjoy and appreciate each unique transformation and what it has to offer, but not overstay its welcome where players are just wanting to move on to the next, especially if some transformations are ultimately less enjoyable than others, though this will likely be subjectively unique to each player unless Nintendo really nails the mechanics of every single transformation on the head, which they might. The next thing I need to see is the implementation of exciting uses for in-game currency. I'm honestly tired of collecting coins for extra lives, and much prefer when you need a certain amount of an in-game currency to unlock new areas and levels, for example. Other rewards in Nintendo titles vary in desirability. The random standees you can purchase in Wonder are cute at first, but you kinda get over it quick. In contrast, probably one of my favorite implementations of an in-game currency would be in Super Mario Odyssey, where you can exchange your earnings for different outfits for Mario, among other things. In Princess Peach Showtime, I did spot what looks like a little shop in the background of one of the trailers, so I'm hopeful that perhaps we can use our coins to purchase variations of her transformations, new default outfits beyond her classic pink dress, maybe variations for Stella, outfits for the friendly theater folk, or elements to add to the theater as you save it. These are just some of my ideas that I think would be really fun and would make earning coins more rewarding, but regardless of how it is ultimately implemented, I just want the currency to give me a reason to want to collect it across the various levels and stages. Finally, I really need this title to open the door for future Princess Peach games, so she can be a strong role model for gamers of today and of the future. I want her to have her own Luigi's Mansion, her own Yoshi's Crafted, her own WarioWare. So many of the characters in the Mario franchise have their thing, so maybe the theater could be Peach's thing. Or maybe just showing people that you can be anything you want to be just by being yourself and following your heart, from a master of kung fu or a figure skater to a baker or a detective. Maybe that is Peach's thing, but only time will tell how meaningful and impactful this new Peach game will ultimately be and how it'll pave the way for future Nintendo titles. So there you have it, friends. Those were 5 things I need to see from Princess Peach Showtime, but please let me know down in the comments what you need to see. Anything and everything. You know I always love hearing from you. Please go ahead and shine the lovely like button if you are so excited to see our girl Peach as the star of the show. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and until next time, take care.